What's going on, guys? Sort of Inji here, back with another video. This time we are on the Surge, and we are going to be going after an achievement this time. That achievement known as Modus Operandi. Not exactly sure how to pronounce that one, but it is a secret achievement in the new DLC, The Good, the Bad, and the... I always forget the last word. But anyway, I think you guys all know what I'm talking about. The Good, the Bad, and the Augmented. That's it. This achievement requires us to finish an episode with all of the 4 hardest modifiers active. So because we're going to be doing all 4 of the hardest modifiers, you're also going to be doing it on episode 1, which is probably the easiest episode. The enemies might be tougher, and obviously the augmentations make the game, well, they're supposed to make it harder to do anyway, but a couple of them actually they pair up pretty well. So when you first start the DLC, you're not going to have all of these unlocked, just as a heads up. You have to do certain tasks or complete certain episodes to unlock some of them. Just highlight the locked ones and you can see what you need to do to unlock them. I don't remember exactly what all of them require. I know some of them, but because I don't know all of them, it's not as helpful. Just load into the game, hover over them, and see what you need to do. But the first one we have here is Leech, and basically you don't get to use any injections, so no healing of yourself. But hitting an enemy, you drain its health and it restores your health, and vice versa. When they hit you, it heals them. The next one here is Rush Hour. Basically, when you start in, you have a 3-minute timer that continuously goes down, and killing enemies increases that timer. If the timer reaches 0, you basically die. I've never had an issue using this modifier, as long as you don't take too long and stop or take a break and go to the bathroom or something like that. You really shouldn't have an issue, unless you do it on like episode 9, where some of the enemies are a little bit tougher to kill, and there also aren't that many of them. But either way, next one we have is Epicenter. Every once in a while a flame pit opens up right beneath you. This one's honestly kind of annoying. I've never actually gotten hit by it because it shows like a really big red ring and you have enough time to get out of it before it actually erupts. It's very persistent. It happens rather frequently, which is why it's a little bit annoying. And finally, the last one, the last one here is Black Belt. Basically, you don't get to use any weapons, you just use your fists, and hitting armored body parts hurts you. Now, this is the reason why I was saying a couple of these pair well together. I actually tried this out in a previous episode one time. I had Black Belt and Leech together, and Leech's healing actually out-heals the damage you take from hitting armored body parts. So if you're fighting an enemy that's fully armored, Leech will typically out-heal it. The only exception being the final boss, which is why you want to try to have full health right before the final boss. If you don't, one thing I suggest is going in for a bunch of punches. Try not to get hit. Try to get hit as little as possible, because you're just not going to be able to out-heal, and eventually you will die if you take too many hits. But one thing I took advantage of was the drone. I would activate that, and it's that way to dish out some damage when I had high energy, and not have to take any damage back myself. So, without further ado, let's get started on this episode. So just a side note, I have not attempted this with the 4 hardest modifiers. I have completed an episode with 4 modifiers, but not the 4 hardest. Personally, honestly, even though they are supposed to be the hardest, I don't find them all that difficult anyway.
The cowboy exclaimed, realizing
Make sure to grab the lucky coins and get more lives in the last fight, just in case you do end up taking too many hits.
But there's
oh, whoops.
around.
Oh, you're rushing through.
Something was off. Dangerously off. Murderously off.
Just keep on moving.
Ran cold. The cursed train track made his
And yes, the
so much
eruptions from the ground can hurt
of their own.
enemies too, not just yourself. Probably should have finished in there, but oh well. Oh, another one. Yeah, because on episode 1, honestly, most of the enemies get stun locked, like the entire time. So you can just keep spamming away. head down here, and that's the first part clear. As you can see, so far it's actually quite easy, but in this area, if you haven't, well, I'm assuming you've done this part before, because otherwise you won't have all the 4 hardest ones unlocked. Just stepping in the sun damages you. It doesn't hurt you a lot. Oh yeah, I still have to actually kill this guy too. Armored parts. Mistakes were made. Basically on the first playthrough of each episode, there's a shortcut that's locked. Once you complete the episode for the first time, you can use the shortcut. That shortcut is if I go down there, I can skip the rest of this level, but I'm not going to do that. That way I can get all the lucky coins. Oh, hello. You see him. Alright, and that is... well, actually there's a couple more enemies after I use this. Alright, that's the second area complete, and now we're on to the boss. Alright, this attempt is definitely a fail. Can be a little harder than I thought. Alright, so we're on our last attempt here because we got our butt kicked in the first 3 attempts. But a couple of tips to try and do here is that way you don't have to use only your fists to hurt him. I tend to use my drone when I gain enough energy to use it. Or, well, you can use it all the time, but the more energy it has when you use it, the more damage it'll do. And also, you can use the eruptions to hurt him as well. Just trying to avoid his little assholes right now. Try to avoid attacking when he calls for him. Right there, this jump in and attack method seems to be working the best. Oh, crap. That way I can hit him before he even tries to swing. And right now it's actually staggering him a decent amount, so that's helpful. I'm not really getting a chance to get him in that ring. He keeps getting out of it, but so far so good. Nice healing. When you see him go down on a knee, try to hit him as quickly as possible to stop him, because that's him going in for a heal. Maybe I'll get hit by that one. Yeah, you dumbass. Here, come get hit by this one too. There you go, you dumbass. Oh, they're moving a lot. Very close here. Why did he slide? Oh my god, that was way too dangerous. Oh, I can't chop his limb. No! Alright, we got this, we got this, we got this. Come on. Come step in this, jerk. Shit. Whew! There we go. Full focus mode right there at the end. Awesome. Didn't really get to chop his limb off, unfortunately, because I really need to get his weapon and armor. But there we go. Head on out. And there it is. Modus Operandi, however you pronounce it. Finished an episode with 4 hardest modifiers turned on. Not too bad. It's actually extremely easy until you get to the boss, where you really got to take your time and try to avoid getting hit. I don't know if there's other armor sets that might help better in those situations. One that might increase your bare fist damage or something like that. Maybe more defense. I don't know. But either way, hope this really helped you guys out. And if it did, leave a like, comment down below if you'd like to see some more. Subscribe for more, because there will be more coming. I'm actually really in the mood to be playing this game right now, so I'll probably be doing a bunch more videos. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.